Hi, Mama. Welcome to this full body prenatal practice. My name is Maya, and I am a certified prenatal yoga instructor, as well as a certified birth and postpartum doula. All we're going to need for today's practice is a yoga mat. If you have some blocks, that could be a nice addition, but it's not necessary. A good substitute for this could also be really thick chapter books. And another thing that I don't have, but you could have if you would like, is a blanket just to pad the knees and give a little extra support if needed. Okay, so without further ado, meet me down on the mat. We are going to begin today on the knees, and I'm going to turn to the side so that you can really see what I'm doing. So I'm tucking the toes under to get a slight stretch through the feet, resting the hands on the knees and closing down the eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Inhale in and exhale. Take 3 more breaths at your own pace. Walk the hands forward and come into your box pose. Releasing the toes, maybe patting them out. And begin rocking side to side through the hips. Take a big circle in one direction. And switch directions. And come back to center. Walk the hands back to the heels. Sitting on the knees once more. I'm going to turn towards you so you can see what I'm doing. So bring your bum to the left as your feet come to the right, kind of like how you would sit in a skirt. Extend out the right arm. On the inhale, have the left arm go up. And as you exhale, taking a side body stretch, glancing down at that right hand. And take 2 more breaths here. On your inhale, come back up to center and switch sides. Extending out the left arm now. Inhale, right arm comes overhead. And exhale, side body stretch. And take 2 cycles of breath. Inhale back to center. And exhale, hands to heart. Push back into your box pose. Rocking side to side. And come back to center. Inhale, cow pose as you glance up. And exhale, cat, tucking in the chin and rounding the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Now continue cat and cow, following along at your own pace. And come back to center. Walk the knees back slightly as you walk the arms forward for puppy pose. You can stay here. You could come down onto the forearms, or you can completely drop the chin or the forehead to the mat. And we will take 3 cycles of breath here. Slowly begin to push yourself up, back to your box. On your inhale, your right arm will lift up. And we'll take big circles here. Back stroking, so going all the way back, forward, and around. And switch directions. Next time your arm is up, leave it extended towards the sky. Inhale here. As you exhale, thread the needle, dropping the right ear down to the mat. Now, this is a good time to bring in the block. If you can't quite make it down, rest your head on the block. And take 3 cycles of breath. Take another inhale. And on your exhale, unthreading the needle. Beautiful job. Left arm lifts up to the sky. And take big circles here. And switching directions. On your next inhale, lifting it up. And as you exhale, thread the needle. And take 3 cycles of breath. Take another inhale. As you exhale, unthread the needle. So if your knees are bugging you, this would be a great time to bring in that blanket, placing it under the knees for some extra cushion. On your next inhale, we will extend the right leg out behind you, planting the toes on the mat and rocking, going forward and back. And take another inhale as you lift the foot up. As you exhale, step the foot to the outside of the hands for lizard pose. So ensuring that the toes are pointed outwards. This way you have tons of room for your baby. And we will just rock forward and back, going along with your own breath. So as you come forward, inhale, and as you rock back, exhale. And remembering that this is your practice. So, if you want to hold this, feel free. If you would like to hold this, feel free. Just don't hold your breath. One more time, going forward and back. And the next time you go back, bring that foot back and around into your box pose. Take an inhale here, filling up the lungs. And exhale, let it go. Take another breath in as you lift the left foot. And as you exhale, planting the toes on the mat and rocking, going forward and back. Continue to breathe here, checking in with the depth of your breath, making sure that you are not breathing shallow, deep, full, long breaths here. And on your next inhale, lifting the foot up, and exhale, stepping to the outside of your hands. And again, ensuring the toes are pointed outwards and you have room for your baby. And we will just rock, going forward and back, following along with your breath. Use this time to really get curious about what you're feeling in your body. And continue with your deep, full breaths. One more time. And on your next exhale, bringing the foot back. This time, bringing the knees to touch and pushing back to sit on the heels. We'll clasp your hands together and just take big circles here with the wrist. And go in the other direction. Shake them out. Maybe shaking out the neck a little bit. Opening and closing the hands. Shake, shake, shake. Good job. Okay. Let's open the knees wide, keeping the toes touching. And we will take a wide-legged child's pose as our final resting pose. So once again, you have options here. So you can walk the hands out, resting the forehead down on the mat, or you can stay here on your forearms. And lastly, if you have the blocks and you need a little extra space, you can even bring the arms under the forearms. So finding what variation supports you best and resting into it. We're going to be here for a while. We'll be here for at least 5 cycles of breath. So get comfortable. Maybe even creating a pillow with your arms. Just finding what works best for you and closing down the eyes. And bring your attention to what you're feeling in the body And bring the attention to the breath. And if you are enjoying this and you have some extra time, I would love for you to just stay here as long as feels right for you. But if you're ready to close out your practice and move on with your day, slowly begin to sit up and walk the hands back in, bringing your knees back together and finding a comfortable seated position. Placing one hand on your heart and the other hand on your baby as you close down the eyes. Inhaling in through the nose and open the mouth as you exhale. Inhale in all of this peaceful energy that you have cultivated. And exhaling out tension. One more time. Inhale in this energy. And exhale, let it go. Maybe inviting a smile onto your face. Thanking your baby for growing so strong. Thanking your body for growing your baby so strong. And last but never least, thanking yourself for all that you do and for all that you are, and for showing up today to practice. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.